usual messages, and I have brought along with me a couple of people. One of them, of course, is our heroic winner, Send Jesus, the Messiah of Spellweaver. And the other is Love Giant, the cooler of the casters.
He just picked me off of the street.
Yeah, but because he had such a really cool hat, and it was much cooler than mine, it just had to happen. Anyway,
I see what you did there.
Well, you finally did it. You know, I'm gonna have to find something shorter to call you because Send Jesus is a bit wordy. I'm just gonna go with Sen.
Well, actually, it should be pronounced as Sen Se Yus, not Send Jesus.
Oh, my mistake. How did I get that wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I'll reduce the volume. I think it's pretty loud of the game. I mean, there we go.
We just roll with the meme, I would say, of Send Jesus.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I don't really know who said it first. I may have been Holyo. If not, I'm blaming him anyways.
He says a lot.
So it's your second title, correct?
Yeah.
But your first, what we might call clean title, because the multi-way ties are always a bit sketchy, as we saw last week. So
last week I was in the competition, but Holyal lost in the 4th round. Didn't help me at all. So, well,
I don't think it would have mattered. I think that whoever goes 3-0 just seems to win.
Probably wouldn't matter as well, because Wildblade got by in the 1st round, and his opponent match win percentage was very good because of that. So.
Yeah. So I guess this rerun is fair. Yeah. Now we have a new proper champion this time.
I mean, proper on 2 terms, because he always he won with 1 turn heal, which is why you are definitely one of my favorite players in the game now.
Actually, I played the same decks last week because the whole week was very busy, so didn't had any time to prepare any. Just use the same decks, which was kind of cool. Because with such a setup, usually you just need to ban Amon, because Curse of Risha kinda kills 2 decks, so just ban that and you are good to go against pretty much any composition.
I loved witnessing that.
Although it seems like that a Kayano deck gave you some problems.
Well, Kayano deck, I don't know. It gives some problem because Ryogen just returns lots of stuff, and also in the 2nd game against Lucy, I misclicked the God Order and Nature levels instead of Order and Wisdom, and just lost the tempo, so was kinda doomed there.
Well, that, I think the Namir's Blessing is the biggest problem, because you just can't remove anything he plays.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the pressure just keeps increasing. So let's see, what would you have? 1 turn heal. Did you have a regular Wisdom Dominion? I mean, regular Mono Dominion, I should say. Or was there some...
Mono Dominion, yeah.
Okay, because there's a few flavors of it going around.
Yeah, it was regular with Ramp and Devourer, so...
Which I'm so sick and tired of.
Yeah.
Of the what?
I'm sick and tired of them in the Kayano decks where they bounce it back to hand and just like use it forever.
Well, that was kind of fun, but I mean, the regular Mono Dominion... I said it on stream, like, I know, Fuzz, you don't like 1 turn heal, but my 1 turn heal in this case is definitely that Mono Dominion ramp thing, because that is just so obnoxious and boring. I almost fell asleep during those matches.
I don't know. I actually like those mirrors because there's a lot more interaction going on with them.
Oh, God, no.
Because it's partly because the Devourers can like eat a lot of their own. They can eat VATS, for instance.
Yeah.
Whereas in a mirror with 1 turn heal, it's basically solitaire for the most part. It's just who gets their stuff first.
I don't think anyone else played 1 turn heal.
No, it was Lyris. Lyris played it as well.
And someone else. I can't remember who it was, but there was one more.
I only saw the 2 of you playing it.
I think there were 3. There were also 2 instances of Grand Meme Union flowing around, by the way.
Yeah, and one of them was Order.
Yeah,
Did you see that one? What was that all about?
Jinx that lethal. That was interesting. But also with a good morning fairy, like that was definitely nice.
I didn't actually see any of that game, but I just like tuned into it later and like, oh, that's an interesting looking deck. This guy's at 4 levels. And there's a grand reunion in his graveyard. How is that going?
He kind of cheesed the win a little bit, but it was definitely a nice watch because you don't really get to see that usually.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I didn't see much of the other games, but in one of mine games when I played against, I don't remember, someone who played Grand Reunion deck as well.
Ginger Raven.
Some problems. Yeah, Ginger Raven.
Yeah.
And I had some problems and also misclicked when I chose the creature and wanted to take Bar Convoy to destroy that Grand Reunion and took that fucking, or excuse me for my words, elf, so was kinda doomed there as well.
Wow, yeah, misclicks are pretty salt-inducing. You don't have to tell
It's
me.
the problem when I'm playing on the phone, so it happens like it's inevitable.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, playing off the phone, that's pretty impressive. I don't think I could deal with that, as the board would be too small, at least from my phone.
Yeah.
Do you just have a
tablet.
regular phone? Do you have a tablet?
No, it's regular phone. I don't know what, maybe 6.5 or 6.4, whatever size it is in inches. It's 1 plus 60, so don't know. But it's above 6, below 7. So
Did you use
kinda small,
a touch pen
it's
or
okay.
anything?
No, nothing.
Just your fingers.
Yeah, just my fingers, and there is a problem. Because quite often when I play Trigon Pact and want to choose order and wisdom level, it's on the very bottom. And quite many times you just click and it just goes like back and nothing happens. So it's annoying, but I'm getting used to that.
That's how much of a badass he is, though. He doesn't even need to play on PC. He just destroys everyone on mobile.
Yeah, and he plays with a handicap, too. Just like, yeah. On hard difficulty. What a badass.
I had so many handicaps tonight. Because in the first round, I was driving home and playing against you do know, man, in my car. Stopped in like some park places and it's crazy. But when I got home, I had to get my little girl to bath, just bath her and feed her. So it was 2 rounds was like crazy.
Wow. That is a true, like, heroic story now. Dude's, like, running around the gas station with his phone playing Spellweaver.
Yeah.
That's an aspiring Spellweaver player. That's what I want to be when I grow up.
Wow. Okay, that was, I think, maybe one of the funniest Spellweaver stories we've had. I wonder if Halio has had some where he hasn't shared.
Oh god, he probably does.
Yeah,
Well, no, he has to win a title
think
first.
he does.
That's not gonna happen.
No, he secretly was letting all you guys win because he would feel bad if he just stole all the titles. At least that's what he told me.
That's what he told me too, weirdly enough. I think he actually believes in it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure why he plays so slow, because he could make decisions quicker, I'm sure, but I don't know why he plays so slow. He probably thinks too much.
Well, I think it's also like 6 in the morning for him. Like, he all nights it. So he's like half dead when he's
Yeah.
So he has to take the time. Oh yeah, next time you should play Suspended Upside Down is what Nerdell said. See if you can still win.
Maybe Volgal just naps between turns, so that's why he plays so slow.
Wow. That would explain things. Just takes a 10-minute nap and then just continues with his thing.
Yeah.
We just think he overthinks things, but that's the real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really get the idea of overthinking with him. He just seems to just do stuff.
He even overthinks with Rage Rush when he has like 2 cards left in hand. Like, what?
That's because he's not seeing right. He thinks there's 4 cards. He needs to make sure there's only 2.
Oh, by the way, it would be interesting to know, Mr. Jesus, what was actually the most fun match to play? Was it the final one? Because I saw that it was going on for quite a while. Or was it one like in between?
I would say the first one.
Well, you had a handicap, basically.
Yeah, but it was interesting match because was interesting new decks from Idunaman,
Yeah.
so at least I haven't seen them because I haven't played like for the last week. So.
Yeah, I do know man had the Yidix Dominion deck with the bouncing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
Also,
I
I haven't-
remember that. That was the one deck that I wanted to follow, but he didn't. He fell off somewhere. Oh yeah, he lost to you.
I think I covered like 3 games from him or something. He just came up every time.
Yeah. We definitely want to see more of those. We didn't see that Alabaster the Dragon combo anymore.
Yeah, because Cruel Tech didn't play.
Yeah, and Lucy had his own variant of Dominion, right? With the Chieftains.
Oh, yeah. And the Life Force Essence, yeah.
Wasn't too hard.
Yeah, I don't think his deck is like, I think it does worse against yours because he has a limited amount of like damage he can do, and he just out healed it. I think he just ran out of gas. Like he hit you so many times, but it just wasn't enough.
That's what one turn heal does to you.
And he played like 7 cleanses too.
Yeah. But he used cleanse like, I don't know, maybe 10 times because he just takes my Eleanor and takes back cleanse and just use that.
Yeah.
That's also what I thought he had you when he cleansed like basically every single one of the Thaumic Reflectors, and I was losing my shit because of it.
Yeah.
But it's ultimately not that good because a 1-turn heal can thin so quickly. They're just gonna come back. Like you have to devour them if you want them off.
Yeah, actually, that's the correct play because I took the play because in the end I was like below 10 cards in my deck and just recycling cards.
That's also what I've seen in every single one-turn heal game this time. Maybe the games too were just dragging out too long because Mono Dominion is just strong in actually keeping one-turn heal occupied, but everyone was like below 10 cards, I think, in every one-turn heal game once, which is kind of weird to see.
I think that's kind of the point. You want to just thin your deck and just keep shuffling Words of Grace, and they just keep coming up.
Yeah.
And then just bam, bam,
Well,
bam.
Well, one, I don't know who it was, but one actually lost against the surprise Vulture.
Actually, I think I lost one last week like this. Or maybe it was in the ranked game, I don't remember, but I remember losing to the Vulture. He had a couple cards and just milled me.
A good old Vulture, but it's kind of hard to fit in. I mean, although if you're running Curse of Risha, maybe just sneaking one Vulture in there somewhere could work.
True.
Actually, in the second round, I played against Geronimo, and he had some interesting deck. Was playing basic Darius, used Corruption as his other color, and he had quite interesting deck.
And of course, Shamans.
Yeah,
and
Shamans. Oh my god.
He still wins with it somehow.
Well, when I got the Shamans, I was thinking like, what the hell, I just can't win against it. just lost that game quickly and was hoping to win Rabbit too.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the shaman, so I guess I just didn't get to see him much.
I always make sure to spectate Geronimo just because I want to see his shamans, because it's just insane how he wins with Yiddix shamans.
Yeah, I don't think I got to see
I
much of
played
Geronimo.
Shamans in the past and it was quite fun deck, but it's more solitary when one turn heal, cause when you have lots of totems you just have to click many times. Yes or no, dude, is like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Imagine if there were more
And
kinds of totems. But
and
no, there's
with
only so
that,
many you can run.
Yeah.
With that kind of deck, I sometimes even run out of time.
Stalio will be like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
I don't think he runs out of the turn timer. He just drags every turn. But there were a couple people. We usually have a couple people every tournament that just really run the clock low and end up losing because of it.
What was that one?
15 minutes is not long.
Yeah, well, for one turn healer can be a little bit detrimental, yeah, because you have to think so much when you have like 11 cards and, I don't know, 12 mana, and you can just do so much in that time.
Yeah. With one turn heal, you have to make many decisions, cause like when to draw, when to play some cards, when to keep some mana for Pacify or Word of Grace or whatever.
And whether you use card draw or go up aspect again, yeah.
Well, I'll admit that. It's just that if it wasn't for the fact that it's the other side of that game that's so painful.
Well, I compared it. I don't know if anyone has ever played Warcraft 3, but I compare it like to Tower Rush. It was really lame to watch, and it was really lame to commentate, but it required so much brain strength from the player that actually played it. And that's the same for one turn heal, because there are so many possibilities. You basically go below 10 HP in every game because you need to set up for that. It's kind of like shamans. And that's like rewarding then when you get like the train going slowly, and then should I go up aspect? Should I go up? Should I use Word of Grace? Should I use any kind of other spell? Should I remove the board? That's what I like about it, at least. That's also what I like. That's why I like spectating it as well.
I'll give you that.
When you spectate such game, you are thinking in your head as well, what would I do? And when the player does something else, you are thinking, oh, why he did that?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I can never do it as well as you can because I see both hands. So I naturally, like, I can kind of see further just because of that. Like, oh, he should do this. True. But of course, you can't know that because you don't know what's in their hand. You can guess.
Yeah.
It's really easy to look brilliant when you see what's in the other guy's hand. And when there's absolutely no penalty for making a stupid mistake, which I frequently do.
Right.
It's like, oh, whoops, never mind. I meant he shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's not quite the same, but yeah, I don't know. It was a cool rerun. I'm glad we didn't have any issues. Well, other than my stream crashed once. But it recovered, and then we didn't have any issues after that, so...
Try to keep the people occupied in the meanwhile.
Could have been a lot worse.
For sure.
Let's
Could have been another 8-man tie.
I don't think you can do more than... I don't think you can do more than 5, realistically.
Yeah, I think the maximum I seen was 5.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
I don't think it's actually possible, because in order to have that happen, you have to have 14 players, right? And to have 6 3-pointers, that just seems impossible. Like, even 5 is, like, probably the absolute max. With only 12, though, I don't think that could have possibly happened.
Just give me a ticket and I'll make it happen.
I think it was with 13 players when I played and won my first title. I think it was 5-player tie, and I think it was 15 players playing. But it was like 2 or 3 years ago, so maybe I'm just
yeah, it was quite a while ago.
Remembering it correctly.
Well, it could not have been 15 players unless there were some very early drops that really mess things up. But people have to be dropping from the top, but that seems unlikely. Like, you know, someone who has a chance to win, then just suddenly drops.
Pull the Comsiant, yeah.
Well, Comsiant had 0 this time, so he was really sad.
Yeah, but fight to the end. I don't want to cast Mono Dominion.
Well, I mean, when you're at 0 after 3 rounds, you know you're not getting anything, right? So, and your result doesn't matter anymore. It's not gonna mess up pairings if you like leave.
Well, but if you win, you help the other guys who beat you before. So.
Oh yeah, because that's clearly a priority for you when you're at 0-3. Oh yeah, that's super important.
Mess up the tournament from the bottom, yeah.
I mean, we had players who like dropped after 1 loss. I think Pukyu is notorious for doing this.
Yeah.
Like he loses round 1 and it just drops. And more than once he screwed my prediction because I picked him and then just goes 0 because of that. Like, oh my god.
And on the other hand, there is the giant with no ticket whatsoever.
The problem is that probably just wants to win. If he lose first game, it's very hard to achieve a high opponent match win percentage because you are playing with guys who already lost.
No.
They are usually 1 level below, so even if you win the next 3 games, and hard to have a good percentage, and if someone doesn't lose and just wins all his 4 games, you still get nothing. Kinda nothing. Because I'm quite sure he already has all the cards and a shitload of crystals, so he doesn't really...
Don't we all? Well, I probably have the least crystals of any competitive player just because I don't play in Masters, which is the main source of them.
Yeah, actually, I don't know, in the Masters you get 2 points, you get what, 2,000?
2,500.
2,500. Yeah, and when you win the ladder, you get 2,000? Or is it more?
I actually don't know that.
Never happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, I have no reason to win ladder, so I can't tell you. Maybe somebody in
you
chat.
could try for the bragging rights.
But what, I can't get a golden ticket. I don't want to pull an album and get one by accident. And then, oh, whoops, Ifco, we gotta fix this real quick.
Well, Ifco could just make you excluded from the list and just pass that golden ticket to there below the 10.
Yeah, but it's not really worth the effort, I think.
I can pass it up to me. Maybe to me.
But I thought, oh wait, no. If you're in it, would you actually cast and play? No, because you have to have delay so people don't see your hand.
I mean, I can play with a handicap. I mean, Zen Jesus just also played with a bunch of handicaps.
Can I actually see the reward from here? Because I'm being told by, I think it's Torek. I can see what the rewards are.
Also, I'm not sure if people seeing your hand is that big of a handicap, because they see your hand like couple turns ago, because I think you were streaming with 5 or 10 minutes delay.
Oh yeah, if you don't play...
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, it is 2,500 crystals, and then 1,500 for second, 500, 250 for 4 through 10, and then 20,000 gold if you're in the top 20.
Oh yeah.
Top 50, which I think I've managed to do without even playing a single game more than once. Just because like I didn't drop enough after like I got to like, I don't know, 12 or something. That's usually where I get like tired of it. Alright, thanks Torek for your assistance there. I did miss the very big prizes button that was right there. I know I'm ranked 96 now because I have dropped a lot now, but it's happened to me before where I got a ranked prize without having ever played ranked for the month. Basically, because the previous month I went up to like a top 20 or something. Usually also by accident, just by playing random games and like stealing a bunch of points from people. Because I'm so much lower rated than they are.
But that's all the fun. Because when I came back to playing Spellweaver, I was, I don't know, probably rank, no 10, 200 or 300, because I had like 1000 elo, and everyone was like 15 or 1600, so was getting tons of elo start.
Oh yeah, easy points. And you make a lot of those guys salty too. Bonus.
Mostly the ones who deserve it, yeah.
Yeah. And actually, it's kind of natural to get salty, because I got it myself, like playing, waiting in the queue for like 15 or 20 minutes when you get paired with some low elo player, which not usually means a noob, because might be some top player just with this multi-account and he just takes a bunch of your elo on. What the hell?
Yeah. That can definitely happen. I'm sure it happens
Just
all
get
the
the-
time.
Just get the rage starter, yeah, and rank
Oh,
with that.
yeah. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like. It's probably not far off a Rage
Yeah.
Rush list.
Actually, I had Rage deck with one level with Gigantodon as my bomb and climbed to like top 2, I think, in the monthly ladder at one point, so
Gigantodon OP.
yeah.
Clearly. It's all the proof we need.
And never forget the Goblin Arsonist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
He's actually very good with Rakhe, because
Yeah,
you
he can
play
wind
him
him
turn
up.
2 on turn 3, you go to the face, do 5 damage, boost your Rakhe, so
Yeah,
But is he good with
quite
anything
card.
else?
yeah, he can be a downside. He's bad with Goblin Warrior. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful when you play him. But he's a, 3-2 is a nice stats. 3 damage is
Sure.
pretty good. But if there was more synergy with that, like damaging your own guys, then he probably would suddenly become very popular. But there just isn't really anything.
Well, Aerolak.
Well, no, well, that's not even that big of a deal. Like, your damaged guys have +1 attack, but the thing is that happens after combat, so that's pointless. Because it has to be during combat, and it's not gonna happen because that effect of our anarchist goes after.
Yeah, true.
And it also happens when he is attacked, so you can just wipe your own board.
Actually, that's the biggest downside, because
Yeah.
if you don't clear the board and let opponent attack into him, quite often your board gets wiped, and it's like almost always loss for you.
My Goblin Warriors!
I guess that's why Gibbo and Roni isn't see much play these days. 1 HP on both guys. I'm sure there's other reasons too.
Yeah.
Actually, I recently seen some games where people played Gibbo and Roni with that other goblin which
Firebrand
makes all
Goblin.
them swift.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one way to do it, but there's also other tricks like the Goblin Merchant is forgot it's something.
Oh.
The Merchant of Souls or something. He's a goblin
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
And he can bring another goblin into play.
Yeah.
Quickly hopping on in the deck list.
Are you gonna like make that deck?
It's gonna be garbage, but yeah.
I don't think it would be garbage. Like we just
If
put
I-
a lot of
Yeah,
pressure, a lot of
I
burn.
think you could beat many control decks.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do it, because I always choose the wrong cards.
How can you mess this up? It's just small red creatures that are goblins and a bunch of fireballs and stuff. Like
That's
can't really
too much.
go wrong with that. No, yeah, because when I first realized it's a goblin, like, oh, this play suddenly makes a lot of sense. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, you take 3 damage, but you can bring back, I don't know what's the best thing you can bring back. I guess a Goblin Warrior isn't great, but it's still 2 damage.
Torek has a good idea though. You can take the slave tag off the orc after combat.
Look, as a change to it or something? Like if it survives combat?
No, not really.
What's the point of the suggestion then?
It's just trolling. It happened today with Burkening Rage actually once. I think there was one instance, I don't know who it was, but there was the problem where he had like a bunch of tortured orcs out. He didn't have any horses out, which was good, but he had Detonate on top of Burning Rage and he couldn't manipulate top deck anymore, so just got Detonate after his turn, basically did nothing. Activated the slaves, but obviously only for the duration for Detonate, so it always sucks.
Yeah, and actually I have seen Fire Blast killing a bunch of your own creatures with that deck, so...
Oh yeah, that's why I think you should go with Cannonade instead, because you can't target your own stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I use 4 Cannonades and only 2 Fire Blasts in my deck.
Makes sense. I mean, we've seen that happen. There was one Detonate would literally wipe someone's board entirely. I forgot what it was, but it was hilarious.
It's probably a bunch of horses on the other side then.
Yeah, it may have been horses, or it may have been like Enchained Souls.
It's always a beautiful sight.
Yeah, what's up with Zierra suddenly being in all these corruption decks? Is it a counter to Burning Rage to kill all the ponies?
It could be.
You play her, all the ponies become spirits?
Well, she's in my Reign of the Underworld deck, but I'm the only one playing that.
Oh, come on, Reign of the meme world, more like. I was kind of hoping it'd be one of the cards that gets redesigned a bit to be a bit more, you know, a little bit more exciting. But then maybe if it's that good, Mono C would be even stronger. If they had a powerful 4-level spell, like a Grand Reunion level spell, jeez. Put a random demon from your deck on the board at the end of your turn or something.
Yeah.
Corruption would become too strong.
Yeah,
I think so.
It would have to support a different deck style, I think.
Yeah.
That you couldn't just throw into Mono C. Because Mono C has enough fancy tools already.
Yeah.
Maybe some kind of a mid-rangey deck. I don't know how it would work. Maybe we need some ideas.
Mill?
Oh, no. Dude, no Mill. It's not even a mid-rangey deck.
It is when I play it.
Actually, the most annoying deck for me to play against is usually Mill or discard deck, because we just remove all your cards and you play and just have to play like from top decking, so it's annoying.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hand discard. Like if there's a little bit, okay, but if there's a lot of it, it starts to really, really annoy, because for exactly those reasons, like you're trying to hold a specific card as an answer. Oh nope, goodbye.
Yeah.
Great.
And I think in round 2 against Geronimo, he was playing many discard in his Wisdom Corruption deck, because he had Eleanor's and he would get back that corruption card where you have to discard 2 cards, so...
Splitting headache.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, the delay on Twitch is like 3 seconds. That's impressive. Like, I'm just testing. Yeah.
You're trying to... Oh, I thought you were trying to bait memes.
No, I'm just making a stupid face, so I recognize. Pretty hard to miss that. The kind of thing you see when you close your eyes when you're in a psychiatric hospital. So, yeah. Nightmare fuel. It's either that or Holyo's face. You've seen that one.
No, yeah. His usual facial expression, you mean?
No, the one on the Discord icon.
Yeah, the usual one.
Is that his usual face?
I shouldn't be too mean, it always backfires.
Oh, you can be as mean as you want. It's Holyo. He thrives on it.
Yeah, he throws shade in Discord every time, basically.
All right. I think we've covered just about everything. We're starting to veer into meme territory here, which is usually how it happens when there's more than two of us.
Bring it on.
No, I probably need to have someone look at my computer to see why it like randomly crashed, so it doesn't happen next month or like ever.
Ideally.
Yeah, and all right. Anyways, good job, senseis.
Definitely.
Senseihus, however you want to say that.
Senseius.
Senseis. That's actually kind of cool. I think it's better than sensages.
It's better than Sen Jesus.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So we'll see you guys, in 3 weeks, I guess?
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be sooner than that. I think about 3 weeks. So yeah,
Do we had any golden ticket qualifiers this week? Or is it tomorrow?
Let's see.
I think there was preliminary today. I'm not entirely sure though.
Yeah, the next one I see on the list is Sunday. So tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks.
All right, that shall be quite a
great,
quite a ride. I wonder if we'll have any new cards by then yet. I do hope so. I think this meta is basically solved. Like we know what the best decks are. There's not that much variety. Though, unless some random guy brings Grand Reunion. Or that with Namir's Blessing. That seems to screw a lot of decks. That's just like, oh, I can't remove your creatures? That's bad. Well, except Cataclysm. Cataclysm is just the ultimate answer to any problem.
True. Bring back Triangelica.
I played against, I think, Ginger Raven.
Yep.
He played 2 Namir Blessings, but I still managed to clear his board.
Yeah, I think I remember that, where I think he overplayed his hand. He played an extra Vegetation Blockade when he didn't need to.
Yeah.
And because he had another of those spells in his hand, another Symbol of Faith. So he could have saved Diogen, but he didn't. He just lost all his stuff. Like
Vegetation?
Well, I wouldn't have saved Diogen because I had 2 slaves attacking him and his health was like 3 after he used, so would have been 4.
I don't remember, but he definitely overplayed with the blockade because he just ended up doing nothing, and he would have had 2 more mana. Like, he could have played a 4 mana trick and summoned a bunch of ponies.
Yeah.
But what happens when you're under pressure, or when you're at a gas station? It's difficult to play pretty well.
Saving humanity.
Or is it? Apparently not difficult enough, because we have people still winning Masters despite severe handicaps. Yeah, next time we're going to learn that he was at a roller coaster ride while playing Spellweaver.
Actually, next time I'll be back after the holidays and we'll be at home for like 2 days, so I hope I might get the ticket in the ladder probably, because won't have time to play, so we'll see.
Looking forward to it.
Bring that 1-turn heal, dude.
For sure.
Yes. Great.
Well, gentlemen, it's been nice to have you. Giant, we should do this more often.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was nice talking to you all. It's now time to go to bed because it's past 1 a.m. So.
Good idea.
Bye.
Yep.
Cheers. All right, and that'll be a wrap. Okay, we'll see you guys in, I guess 3 weeks. The density of these masters is quite high when you have that extra on. So, cheers. I won't take up any more of anyone's time. We'll see you next time for the next episode of The Meme Channel.